Tonight, a rich man flees a raging storm, yet finds himself frozen by the sight of a brave mother and her children. Shadows and rain hide secrets in an old shelter where the past whispers hints of lost hope. The night feels charged as every wall and hidden paper tells a quiet tale. A change is in the air that could mend broken hearts and bring warmth to distant souls. Tell us where you are watching from, and remember to show your support by clicking the thumbs up and subscribing. Now witness the change stirring hearts tonight. Benjamin Sterling was one of the richest men in America. He owned tall buildings, fast cars, and a big mansion. One day, dark clouds filled the sky, and a strong storm began to come. Benjamin knew he had to leave his safe place quickly. He climbed into his shiny car, ready to escape from the danger. As he drove on the empty road, Benjamin saw something that made him slow down. On the side of the street stood a tired mother with two small children. The mother struggled to hold a heavy bag as the wind blew papers and leaves around. The children clung close to her, their faces showing fear and sadness. In that moment, Benjamin's heart beat fast. He stopped his car and sat still, surprised by the powerful sight before him. Memories from his childhood came back to him. Long ago, before money filled his life, Benjamin had known days of sharing and caring. The sight of the poor mother and her kids reminded him how important it was to help one another. Even though he was a billionaire, he had almost forgotten what it felt like to care for someone without expecting anything in return. The strong storm made everything seem even more serious, and the woman's brave actions shone like a small light in the dark. Benjamin's mind grew heavy with questions. Should he take the family into his car, risking his own safety, or should he look for someone to help them? Outside, the wind howled and the rain began to pour. Each drop made the road even more slippery. The mother, without a word, shielded her children with her body, as if she were their only shelter from the storm. Benjamin watched and felt a deep, strong emotion rising inside him, a mix of worry and a hope for change. He stepped out of his car slowly, his feet feeling the cold, wet pavement. Each step brought him closer to the family, and with every step, his heart felt heavier with a decision he was not sure about. The storm's noise and the soft sounds of the children crying filled the quiet moments in between. In that dangerous night, Benjamin realized that his life of wealth had kept him far from the pains of others. Now, faced with the truth of the storm and the spirit of a brave mother, he felt as if everything he once knew was changing. The rainy night grew darker still, and Benjamin paused on the wet road. His mind swirled with thoughts of helping them, of risking his safety, and of finding a new path that could guide them all to safety. Just as he reached a decision inside, a strange sound from far away made him stop suddenly, leaving him frozen in the moment between fear and hope. The storm, the uncertain future, and the brave family all waited as the night carried on with a secret yet to be revealed. Benjamin took another careful step toward the mysterious sound, his heart pounding with a mix of worry and hope. The sound was steady now, a gentle tapping that seemed like it was calling him. He followed the noise down a narrow, rain-soaked alley where the light from a flickering street lamp danced on puddles. The wind blew slowly here, whispering secrets of the night as Benjamin moved closer to that strange glow. The broken pavement and scattered debris made every step a thoughtful choice. In the distance, the gentle tap was clearer. It was as if the storm had hidden a quiet call for help in its wild song. The brave mother and her children, standing under a sagging awning nearby, watched him with wide, curious eyes. Benjamin's own eyes shone with determination as memories of days when he cared simply and deeply sparked in his mind. With each step, the night deepened, and the soft tap grew into a rhythmic pulse. That pulse mixed with the patter of rain and the hum of distant thunder, creating an eerie melody that filled the dark streets. Benjamin felt as if he were entering a secret place where every sound and light had a hidden meaning. His heavy thoughts of wealth and safety were replaced by the possibility of kindness and courage that was needed now. He knelt down for a moment, looking at the muddy water swirling around his feet, and then stood tall again. A cold breeze brushed against him, reminding him that the path he had chosen was not easy. The gentle sound and the flickering light drew him forward into the unknown, where the storm, the brave family, and the beat of his own heart seemed to join together in a silent promise of beginning something new. As he moved deeper into the dark alley, the strange sound brightened and the light flickered like a silent guide. Benjamin felt that this was not just a night of escape, but a chance to step into a secret story unfolding around him. The rain, the wind, and even the trembling gusts of the night held hints of another chapter waiting to be told, leaving his next step hanging in the quiet pause of the storm. Benjamin stepped into the narrow passage, leaving behind the small courtyard and its tangled garden. The gentle tapping sound grew louder as he walked on soft, wet ground along a dim stone path. The sound seemed to come from a very old door covered in creeping vines. Every step made his heart thump, not in fear, but in quiet wonder at the mystery hidden in the dark. The poor mother and her children followed close behind, silent and steady, as if they too sensed that something important was waiting to be discovered. Benjamin paused for a moment near the door. Rain dripped from the roof above, and the soft glow of a broken lantern flickered, making the doorway seem almost magical. Shadows danced on the walls, and in that soft light, he thought of days when caring for others was the most important part of life. Slowly, Benjamin brushed away fallen leaves and twigs from the door, easing it open a little more. A chilly, musty air carried whispers of old stories, of secrets kept safe inside. The trembling tapping soon turned into a soft rhythm, pulsing like the beat of a forgotten drum. With careful steps, he moved into the dim room beyond, leaving the safe glow of the courtyard behind. The mother and her children stepped in behind him, their eyes wide as they took in the maze of old quiet hallways and hidden corners. In the center of the room stood a large, ancient clock with always moving hands, its ticking echoing gently through the space. The sound of the clock seemed to join with the soft tapping, creating a strange but welcoming song that filled the room. Benjamin's thoughts swirled with questions about what secret lay beyond. He turned slowly to look at the clock, its face showing numbers that looked like scars of time, and felt as though it was inviting him to mend something that had been broken for far too long. Every step further into the room made him feel a little braver and a little more connected to the people he had suddenly found. The storm outside had calmed a bit, and a quiet determination filled the air as the clock's ticking, the mysterious tapping, and the heavy drips of rain blended into one unfolding moment. With the gentle family following him, Benjamin reached for the brass knob of a narrow door on the opposite side of the hall. Each creak of the wood, each soft movement in the shadows, hinted at another part of the story that was ready to be told. But the mystery still lingered in the silent pause of the night, waiting for the next careful step. Benjamin slowly turned the brass knob until it creaked open, revealing a dark corridor beyond. The narrow passage was low and long, the wooden floor creaking under his careful steps. In the weak light that came from a small window near the end of the hall, Benjamin could see dust dancing in the air. The mother and her two children stayed close behind him, their eyes wide with wonder and a bit of fear as they moved deeper into the unknown. The walls of the corridor were decorated with faded paintings and old photographs. At first glance, they showed smiling people from a long time ago. Benjamin noticed that one of the pictures held a sad look that reminded him of times when people cared deeply about each other. The soft ticking of the large ancient clock in the room he had just left still echoed in his ears, mixing with the sound of his footsteps. In that quiet moment, everything felt connected to a past filled with memories and secrets. At the end of the corridor, Benjamin saw a small stone staircase that led downward. Each step on the stairs made a soft sound, as if they were whispering secrets of the hidden world beneath. The air grew cooler, and the scent of old wood and forgotten things filled his lungs with every step he took. The family followed him as if they were drawn toward the hope that lay at the bottom of the staircase, a hope that could change everything. Reaching the bottom, Benjamin found another door, this one slightly open. A gentle, warm light spilled out from the gap, painting simple patterns on the worn floor. The soft glow seemed to invite him forward, promising that there was more to discover than the harsh sounds of the storm outside. He paused for a moment, listening to the steady hum of life hidden in that glowing room. It was as if the light held a secret story that was waiting for him to learn it. Without a word, Benjamin stepped through the door into that softly lit space, leaving behind the familiar sounds of the old hall and the ticking clock. The room he entered was filled with the calm of quiet mystery. Shadows seemed to move gently along the walls, and every corner hinted at a secret long kept hidden from the outside world. The gentle family moved carefully behind him, each step filled with hope and curiosity as they all became part of this unfolding journey. In that room, Benjamin felt the promise of a new beginning and the weight of every unspoken story that lay in the shadows. The warm light, the soft echoes from the past, and the brave hearts that walked beside him filled every step with anticipation. He took another slow step forward, ready to explore the mysteries that still whispered from the depths of the old building, leaving the soft hum of secrets waiting to be discovered. Benjamin's curious eyes followed the soft glow of the mysterious light as he moved further into the room. In one corner, a dusty old bookshelf held many faded books and trinkets that whispered stories of the past. Near the shelf, Benjamin noticed a small table with a crinkled map spread out on its surface. The map showed secret paths and hidden rooms within the old building, with careful drawings that seemed to be a guide for those who looked closely. The poor mother and her children gathered nearby, their eyes fixed on the map and the strange patterns on it. Benjamin picked up an old worn diary resting on the table. Its pages were filled with faded words and simple sketches that told a story of a family who once lived there happily many years ago. With gentle care, he turned a page and discovered a drawing that looked like a secret code. The lines and marks on the page stirred a feeling of hope and mystery inside him. The soft hum of the room seemed to grow, mixing with the sound of raindrops tapping on the broken window panes. As Benjamin studied the drawing, the room appeared to listen, a quiet promise of more secrets waiting to be revealed. The children, wide-eyed with wonder, moved around the table as if they were exploring a treasure hunt in a magical world. The mother's thoughtful gaze told a story of loss and resilience, as if the old diary held the memory of a time when the building was filled with laughter and warmth. A gentle, cool breeze stirred the tattered cloth that lay near the table. Its faded colors and mysterious marks sparkled under the soft light as if it were a key to untold stories. Benjamin's heart beat faster as he slowly reached out and lifted the cloth, revealing a hidden compartment beneath the table. Inside lay small, delicate trinkets and a folded letter sealed with an unknown mark. Every object seemed to speak of forgotten days and hearts that had once dreamed of a better future. In that moment, the room felt alive with possibility. The quiet ticking of distant clocks, the pattern of the rain outside, and the secret contents of the diary in the hidden compartment all blended into a gentle yet powerful promise of discovery. With the map, the diary, and the glowing cloth guiding his steps, Benjamin carefully stepped toward the next shadowed corner of the room. The family watched him, their faces alight with cautious hope, as the light revealed hints of a hidden world behind old walls and whispered secrets. Every step Benjamin took seemed to awaken more of the building's long-held mysteries. The soft glow led him to a faded painting on the wall that looked almost like a doorway to another time. As he held the folded letter in his hand, the room's quiet energy swirled around him, urging him to learn more about the secrets that the old building was eager to share. The gentle murmur of the past, the steady drip of rain, and the silent support of the brave family made it clear that this night was only the beginning of a new chapter filled with hidden truths and hopeful discoveries. Benjamin gently pushed the door open, revealing a narrow stone passage filled with soft, dappled light. The hidden path was lined with ancient symbols and faded carvings, matching those in the diary and on the mysterious letter. Each mark told a silent story of hope and community, as if the building itself wished to share its secrets with anyone who cared enough to listen. Step by step, Benjamin led the small group into this quiet passage. The poor mother and her children stayed close behind, their eyes reflecting a mix of wonder and trust. The letter he held began to make sense now, a guide to a secret room where families once found safety during hard times. The gentle footsteps on the stone floor and the hush of the hidden corridor created a feeling of calm determination. In every carving on the wall, Benjamin saw hints of a past filled with courage and a promise of better days. As he moved deeper into the passage, a soft glow appeared around a curved archway further ahead. The warm light seemed to invite them into another space, one where the shadows and memories blended together. The light danced on the walls, revealing more symbols and a little message etched near the arch. This new clue joined the ones from the letter and the diary, painting a picture of a secret place that had once been a haven for those who cared for one another. Benjamin's heart pounded gently, and he felt as if every step he took was drawing him closer to an important discovery. The hidden path, with its warm glow and quiet messages, was slowly unveiling a story of love and care that went far beyond material wealth. In that moment, the building whispered of long-forgotten promises and of a future where everyone could find comfort and hope in simple acts of kindness. Guided by the symbols and the soft light, Benjamin reached a spot where the passage opened into a wider area. There, on a worn wooden table, lay a bundle of old papers tied together with a faded ribbon. The papers were filled with sketches and simple words that spoke of a time when people shared their lives and dreams openly. With careful hands, Benjamin reached for the bundle, aware that he was now holding a key piece of the building's hidden past. The quiet room around them seemed to breathe with a gentle energy, as if urging them to learn more and move forward. The mystery was growing with each step, and the secret messages promised that there was still so much left to discover. In that soft, timeless place, Benjamin, the mother and her children found themselves part of a story that was just beginning to unfold with new hints waiting in every corner and promise written in every symbol. Benjamin's careful discovery of the hidden papers filled him with a warm feeling that he had not known in a long time. He learned that many years ago, the old building was a safe haven where people took care of one another during hard times. The silent eyes of the mother and her children reminded him that even when life was full of storms, kindness and hope could create a safe space for everyone. With the map, the diary, and the faded papers in his hands, Benjamin decided to use his wealth and heart to bring the shelter back to life. He set to work with determination, mending broken walls, cleaning abandoned rooms, and repairing shattered windows. In the gentle light of that early morning, every repair felt like a promise being kept, a promise to protect those who once had no place to go. News of the restoration spread quietly at first, like the soft glow of dawn. Soon neighbors and old friends came together, offering their hands and hearts to help rebuild the place where people could find refuge when the storms of life came. With every brick laid and every beam restored, the building transformed from a symbol of abandonment into a warm home full of care and compassion. As the storm clouds lifted and the sun climbed into a clear, bright sky, Benjamin stood outside the newly revived shelter with the mother and her children. Their eyes shone with hope and relief, and in that radiant moment, Benjamin understood that true strength comes not from wealth alone, but from love and the simple act of caring for others. In the quiet that followed, the gentle building stood as a testament to the power of togetherness, a place where the echoes of lost days were replaced by the promise of a better tomorrow. The hearts of Benjamin and his new friends beat as one, united in their belief that kindness could light even the darkest of nights. And so, on that bright morning after the storm, a new chapter began, a chapter full of unity, caring, and the simple truth that when people come together, even the deepest hurts can be healed.